Well, we've got more matches to come, of course. Immediate redemption time, just like it was redemption for Mushfiqur Rahim and Mahmudullah from Bengaluru to Delhi. It's going to be all roads leading to Rajkot for the second T20 International in a few days' time. And yes, road is the word used by both our experts here in terms of what we expect that surface to be like. And certainly then, if you're thinking again, say you assume you lose the toss and you are put into bat again, you've got to have your plan in place already.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got to be putting runs up there. But then again, who is going and making that crucial call saying this is a 180 wicket, this is a 170 wicket? Even if you need to, revise the plans later, up front somebody must be talking like that, because I think young teams need far more direction than senior sides. If you have a team full of veterans, the Dhoni's coming in and Jadeja's coming, all these guys know how to play the game, then course corrections are easier. You don't need to give them very explicit things. But I think in a younger team, there's Shivam Dube, Rishabh Pant, these are all guys. Shreyas Iyer is, look at it, he looks very mature, but he's a young kid. He's 21, 22 years old. So those guys need some direction. And
so in terms of changes, I know we are suggesting a Shardul Thakur possibly coming in. Let's have a look at the squad and see if we think we can put in some more changes. We also got Rahul Chahar in the mix along with Shardul Thakur, Manish Pandey. A lot of talk about Sanju Samson. Could he have made it into the team? Shivam Dube made it ahead of him. Now, do you give Shivam Dube one more go? I know you don't want to chop and change too much, but he didn't really convince anybody that he's there to stay.
Well, the first game when you're playing, I think you deserve to have a second chance as well. I think it'll be too early, and plus Shivam Dube has made it to the side purely because he's adding that power. So that is the thinking around. I think one of the discussions may happen about Sanju Samson. Whether Rishabh Pant might get replaced by Sanju Samson. That is another discussion only in terms of batting. If they're looking to change that balance from what happened today, and not in terms of what Rishabh Pant has done about his batting. I think purely the stack up of the left-handers in the side. So at times, tactical call may be made simply to break that formation of bringing in too many left-handers. And when two left-handers are batting, you saw today Mahmudullah was very keen on using off spinners. He might use it from both the ends. So it may be just a tactical call, just to break that kind of thought process and restricting the Bangladeshi captain from using his resources or using the part-timers to do the job. Mustafizur has not bowled his quota of 4 overs today simply because there were left-handers batting. So that might be the case. Another discussion, like we said, Rahul Chahar might come in place of Washington Sundar is what I feel. That gives you a solid 2 leg spinners bowling together. That might be an option because Rajkot, even though the wicket is flat, I think the ground is decent size. So if the boundaries are long, a quality spinner who is bowling in the middle overs, and mind you, like Washington Sundar has been utilized by Indian team predominantly in the first 6 overs. So if you want a spinner pair working together in the middle overs, you'll have to create that. So that's something might be the discussion. Where Khalil and Deepak Chahar both bowl with the new ball, possibly just 1 or 2 overs of spin in between somewhere through the 6 overs, and then have Deepak and Khalil bowling at the back end.
Interesting there. Well, we've got lots of selections to talk about, of course. There's India, there's Bangladesh for Rajkot, and there's you. We always want you to be part of the selection committee here in the studio, which means your My 11 Circle team has to be selected by you. We saw we had a winner today already. So it's very simple. You just need to pick an 11, pick a captain, pick a vice captain. Once you've selected your match, that of course will be India versus Bangladesh, the second T20I, and hashtag Dada Kavada remains true to this day. What about Bangladesh? You wouldn't really want to tamper with a winning combination, but nonetheless, let's have a look if we think there are any reasons for them to try out something possibly different. The only thing is Mohammad Mithun was expected to play. They went with the newcomer, and I think he gave a pretty good account of himself.
He did pretty well for himself. Yeah, no, I wouldn't change it also because I think it's a famous victory. This is a victory which is important to them, and they'll just say, let's stick to winning ways. I think it's important for them. It's important to win. I think for us, it's important to this thing. And I think both our guys, I think they'd be looking at it. The Indian selectors, the coach would be looking at it and saying, can I manage to get both Sanju and Shivam a couple of matches each. So maybe they overlap on one match, because really no player do you want to just give one chance and say, I'm not going to give you anything else. So I think somewhere you'll see probably Sanju coming in, and definitely Shivam will stay for at least one of the next two matches. Shivam will be there. I mean, at least makes sense to give them that much of a chance.
But looking at today's player of the match, Mushfiqur Rahim, he was unequivocal, didn't mince his words. He said there's nothing like beating India in India. You'd expect him to say that.
Well, I mean, as long as he's staying away from the Nagin dance, it's fine.
I could hear that coming. There's enough people that didn't quite appreciate that when it happened, but I think when the Nagin dance happens with the bat twirling and he gets his team to a victory, you'll have to give him full credit for it.
He has been waiting for this opportunity to say these words for the longest time. So I think he should enjoy his moment in the limelight.
I say just one thing: good batsman, bad dancer. Stick to the batting.
Fair enough.